The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the producers, network, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Magkano ngayon ang minimum rate?
Ngayon, the minimum rate is 645 pesos.
I'm assuming this is Metro Manila, right?
Yes, it's Metro Manila.
Okay. So minimum wage in 2025 is
NCR.
645 in NCR.
In NCR.
Yeah, NCR mismo. So what about provincial rate? What is it currently?
Currently, a provincial rate
Nasa 500 plus pa ata yung provincial rate.
for non-agricultural workers, generally lower for provincial rate. So it's 336 pesos as of February 2024.
Okay, so I have a consultant here, Mr. ChatGPT.
Yun.
He could find us stuff faster than us researching on Google, right? Okay, so these were dates since 2024. Kasi we just started 2025, so nothing new has happened yet. So last year, our minimum wage for NCR was 645. In CAR, or Cordillera Administrative Region, 470 as of December 24, 2024. So this was still from last year. Ilocos region starts from 435 to 468 as of last year. So depends on the region, but provincial rates are basically lower than NCR. Some are, it's from the range of 435. Actually, Bicol, sad to say, 395. Ang minimum wage. There's lower. There is
Grabe.
in Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, BARM, BARMM, 316 to 361. So this is the lowest of all. So the real
Grabe.
question here is why is that we get 645 in NCR compared to 316 in Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Mindanao? Why is that? Is it because we have all the industrial sectors here, and is it because it's a business sector? Is that it?
It can be a reason, yeah.
Maybe that's a good reason for the
Yeah.
rate. No wonder ang daming gusto lumipad papuntang NCR, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder, what about the economy down in Bangsamoro? Right? 316 and 361.
It's almost half, or grabe,
It's less than half.
less than half.
It's less than half, you think about it, right? I have never been there in Mindanao yet, right? I've been into other places, but I've never been there. And if you look at some of the progressive cities, like if you go to any place, any city that's like, for example, Metro Cebu, right? I think, I'm not quite sure. Let's see. What is the minimum wage in Metro Cebu? The network was lost. Sorry, my consultant is a little slow today.
Nag-iisip.
Nag-iisip pa, loading pa. As of October 2024, in Cebu City, right? So non-agriculture is 501 per day. Oh, it's the same for agriculture as well, 501 per day. Yeah. So mababa din pala sa Metro Cebu, right, in the Visayas. But if you look at it, Metro Cebu is progressive.
Yeah.
It's basically Metro Manila, right? Less few cities, but strange. I think we need a consultant here. Like, why is there a big difference? As of now, maybe I don't want to talk about that. Maybe pag-usapan natin is yung minimum wage in NCR, 645. Is it enough right now in terms of expenditures for someone with a family? Is it enough? Everything goes up. Ngayon, ano yung may rollback daw ang gasolina. few cents.
Few cents.
Few cents lang. Pero ngayon, ang gasoline, nasa magkano ngayon ang gasolina natin?
Sa pinakamura, 50 ba? Ang gas.
51.
No, tumaas. Tumaas, hindi 51. Ano pa yun? Pinakamura ngayon Pinakamura nakita ko. Hindi siya sa branded na gasoline station. 53.5.
Grabe.
Now, if you go to Shell, it's 67 per liter, unleaded. If you go to like Uni Oil, it's about, I think 58. That's a 58. Uno Gas, which is one of the more affordable ones. That's a 57. 57. Yun. Yan, nadadaan ko siya every day. So, nakakita ko siya eh. So, how can someone with, let's say, 645 per day. So that's about, sabihin natin, minus everything, government benefits and all that. Nasa 14, take home nila 14 per month. Right? Para nila pagkakasya yung 30 days na meals nila, 30 days na transport nila, 30 days other expenses, medical emergencies, and all that. Paano natin pagkakasyahin ang 645 per day?
It's not enough. Hindi talaga magkakasya.
Sige, let's break it down. 645 per day. Okay.
645.
Papasok ka, commute ka. Magkano commute ngayon? Let's say mag-jeep ka papuntang ano. So,
12?
yeah.
16?
12 to 16. O sabihin natin, balikan, 30 to 40 pesos back and forth. Let's say, assuming nasa within your own city, right? O sige, back and forth, 40 pesos. Okay? So, that's 605 na lang. Okay, kakain ka. Right? Magkaning gagastos mo sa pagkain?
110.
110.
Or 100, sabihin natin.
50 pesos per meal.
Yeah, 50 pesos.
So, kakain ka ng breakfast sa labas, 50 pesos. Kakain ka ng lunch at pag-uwi mo, dinner. So, that's 150. So, magkano na yun?
That's 455.
455 na. So, pag-uwi mo, alright, yung mga ibang gastos sa bahay, tubig, kuryente, food for the family, in a day. O sabihin natin pagkain for the family, bibili ka ng worth 150, 200. For 55, 255 na lang. Tubig, kuryente sa araw. Pang load pa. Hindi pa yung load mo. Hindi pa tapos yung load. Shit, ano yung natira? Right? May nag-propose. I'm not sure if this was a party list or something, pero recently, nakita ko sa, nag-propose sila for increase of minimum wage, 200.
Okay.
I'm not sure who. Let's look it up. Dagdag 200 sa minimum wage.
So if this was something na mapapasa, it would be 845 a day.
Sorta, yeah.
So there's how many days in a month na working days?
26.
26.
Kasama ang Saturdays.
Kasama Saturdays.
More or less, yeah.
So that's 22,000 most.
Nakita ko na. So, wow. Actually, this was last January 29, 2025. So the House is trying to push for 200 daily minimum wage hike bill. So dagdag 200. And they said they want to push this. Actually, Speaker Martin Romualdez, said the House of Representatives will push for the passage of bill granting 200. I'm not sure kung if they've, I don't know what the update is here, but do you think additional 200 pesos is okay? Actually, additional 100 pesos sa mga private sector workers. So,
Okay.
100 and 200. No, sorry. Na-approve na yung 100 daily minimum wage hike for private sector workers. So, ang tinatry nila ngayon is they want to see if someone would support 150 and then the 200. So, anong pwedeng, is it good? 645, 845? Okay ba? Sa 200? You think that would sapat na siya?
Hindi eh. Actually, isang malaking mismatch dun sa part na income and yung needs ng isang tao for the workers talaga. It's not enough.
Definitely not enough. So, ideal is sa tingin mo, we're not experts here, right? We're not economists and everything. Pero from our day-to-day, we've got people around us who are minimum wagers. I've got people around us. Yung staff namin, they're minimum. And ito, tinatanong ko sila, okay ba? Sapat ba yung 645? Diba? Sabi niya, sa totoo lang, sir, hindi. Diba? Sabi, paano kayo nag-survive? Diba? Well, yung iba, utang. Number one. Yung iba, talagang kung anong nagsa-sideline.
Racket talaga.
Racket talaga. Right? Tapos daw, yung iba, nagagaling sa bonus na binibigay ko.
Iyan pala yun.
Yun, dinadagdagan ko naman. Kasi sa mga ibang staff, talaga I make sure na they're treated well. Even if most are minimum, but syempre yung mga performing, dagdag bonus yan. Right? From time to time. Diba? So nakakatulong din yun. But basically, all I hear from them is talagang hindi sapat, hindi sapat. Now, eventually I'm gonna ask them, pag nadagdagan ng 200, okay na? Diba? I wonder if their answer is gonna be, hindi pa rin. Hindi pa din sapat. So I don't know what ideal, sa tingin mo, what is the ideal salary for minimum? Dapat.
Having an ideal salary for a worker, for an individual dito sa Pilipinas, it would depend dun sa lifestyle na meron sila. Pinili nila or actually imposed on that person eh. Kasi you can never say na okay, is 845 times this enough for a person who's this? So if magastos talaga or marami tinutustusan yung that kind of individual, yung tao na yun, of course, diretso sa hindi enough yun dun sa kanya. Pero let's say, single, tapos, wala kang ginagastos sa buhay mo, tapos may natatanggap kang ganun, ibang usapan yun. So, ibang usapan, it really depends on the situation.
I have friends who are owners of a certain manpower agency. So, nakakatawa kasi, I hear stories from their management team na minimum wages nga minsan yung mga single o wala pa silang family. Actually, on the contrary, yung iba may family na ginagawa nila weekly pag sahod, sorry, not every sahod, lumalabas sila. And nag-eat all you can sila. So, gumagastos sila ng mga 500 per person doon sa, kasi nakasahod na. So, gumagastos sila, nag-blow out sila. And this is only blowout within their colleagues. Hindi yan blowout sa family. Blowout within
Hiwalay pa.
Hiwalay pa. So, ginastos nila yung isang araw nila doon sa blowout kasi nakasahod sila. So, technically, nakasahod lang sila ng mga 12 days on that cutoff. Di ba 26 days kasi.
Grabe.
So 12 days lang yung naipon nila. So ang nagastos nila for each cut-off 500. So 2 cut-offs 1,000. Nagastos nila 1,000.
Ay, grabe. Okay.
So wala natira. Sometimes pag uwi nila, wala natira. Kaya gastos, ba't kulang? Yung nag-blow out kami. So depende rin sa lifestyle siguro and sa situation ng employee. Pero generally, overall, in NCR, okay, ano sa tingin mo ideal minimum wage? Ano sa tingin mo yung ideal minimum wage? Para maging masaya ang mga tao. Kasi ngayon, 645. So, pag dinoble natin, pag ginawa natin 1.5 a day, sa tingin mo maging masaya ang mga tao?
Dapat maging per hour.
Per hour?
Something na pareha sa ibang bansa.
Will that work dito sa Pinas per hour? Sa tingin mo? Sa US, yes, it works. Kasi matagal nang it works. So, kung per hour dito, alam mo ba, pag per hour dito, maraming company magsasara.
Totoo.
Maraming company. Actually, ang discussion ngayon, pag tinaasan ng 200, dami magsasara. Ang dami mawawala ng trabaho. Did you know that? Yun ang argument. Yan yung debate ngayon. Okay, taasan nila ngayon. Na-approve yan ng Congress. And then what? Ano ba yung sino magsasara? Yung mga manufacturing, production, sila magsasara. Bakit? Wala kayong pasahod. Magsara na lang kami. Kasi malugi kami.
Yeah.
Hindi naisip ng mga tao niya. Tapos yung ibang companies, hindi sila magsara, magbabawas sila. Ay, hindi namin kaya. Hindi namin kaya.
Yeah.
Kalahati bawas. Anong mangyayari? Employment rate, through the roof. Yun. So I'm not an economist or anything like that, but I think kailangan talagang pag-aralan to. Right? I'm not against 200.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm against 1.5 muna, but I'm 200. No, I don't think so. O sabihin natin 1,000. I think 1,000 is a sweet spot. Like I said, I'm no economist. I'm bad in math. Pero sa mga, syempre, sa grocery ngayon, mahal ng mga bilihin. Tumataas yung cost of living in Manila.
In Manila, yes.
Diba? Gas is through the roof. Everything's shifting already. So I think there should be some sort of subsidy. Diba? And one subsidy that comes from the government is, sino yung binibigay ni DSWD? 4Ps. Right? 4Ps. Yan yung subsidy na binibigay ng government sa mga unemployed. Tama ba? Unemployed?
Depende, sir. Meron naman single parent.
Ay, may mga single parent. Which is good. It's good. Nakakatulong. Ang kaso lang, hindi ko sure. I'm not, based on what I hear from my network, my circle of friends and everything, is ang daming natatanggap from DSWD. Pero ginagasto sa walang kwentang bagay. Problema. I don't mind papupunta sa single mom o halimbawa hindi lang single mom, single parent.
Yeah.
Diba? Wala akong problema doon. Panggamot ng nanay, ng lola, o that's fine. Pero I've heard a lot na ang daming kumukuha sa 4Ps na nakakuha na, binigay sa anak, yung anak bumili ng alak.
The money just doesn't go to the right places.
Exactly. I want to propose a solution dyan. Diba? I know we're still in the wage hike thing, pero yung mga, for yung DSWD, yung 4Ps, dapat voucher na lang. O voucher sa grocery, bili ka ng worth 1,000 na pesos na grocery. Dapat ganun, di ba?
Assigned siya dun mismo.
Exactly. Na pagpupunta ng grocery, bawal bumili ng alak, bawal bumili ka ng candy or whatever, pero yung essentials lang. Right? Essentials. Yan. I think that's another topic, but balik tayo sa wage hike. We have to be prepared. Lalo yung mga nagdidemand na kailangan ng wage hike, they have to be prepared na either magsara yung company or mabawasan sila or ma-let go sila kasi hindi kakayanin ng company. And sabihin natin, walang nagsara. Ano mangyayari? Do you know what? Pag tumaas yung
Ang sahod? Wild guess?
Oh.
I think tataas ang presyo ng mga bagay-bagay. Product,
Exactly.
goods, services.
And then we're back in square one.
Yeah.
Bumalik tayo. Umikot lang tayo.
Nag-repeat yung ratio ng 1:1 ulit.
Ano mangyayari ngayon? Taasan na naman natin. Okay, good.
Hanggang sa we're earning millions but then we're spending 4 millions.
Look, I agree. I'm not trying to be biased here. I agree na kailangan taasan minimum wage, but
Yes.
we have to do something about how we could subsidize certain aspects of the wages so that everyone can fit that minimum wage for their monthly expenses. So big discussion ngayon yung bigas. Right?
Yes po.
Di ba? Ngayon, NFA, naglalabas na sila. Bawat, barangay, sige, band-aid solution lang yan. So, I don't want to just talk about things that are happening right now. We want people's suggestions. We want their ideas. Baka meron tayong mga experts out there. You could call the radio station. No, you could come visit us in our podcast,
Yep.
right? And if you're an economist, if you think you had the skills and talent, you explain this, and maybe we could help our government come up with a good solution. Diba? Come over to our podcast. Let's just talk about it. But right now, since hindi natin, wala pa tayong expert, give us solutions in our comment section. Give us solutions. Tell us what you think,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you what. Why don't we go with you first? Do you have any suggestion, recommendations? Sa tingin mo, out of the box. Think out of the box. What can a solution of this be?
For minimum wages?
Minimum wages, sabihin natin, we could increase it, but how can we increase minimum wage without increasing products and services all across the board when we get this wage hike?
As someone who's not an economist, I can't speak for something that if we increase this, how could we spend on this? So maybe an alternative or an option that's something na connected to what we've been talking about is there's a lot of Filipinos who migrate or switch or can do this. I'm sure many people do this now, but they migrate or they switch from their minimum wage paying jobs to freelancing.
Good idea.
Freelancing.
Actually, that's a very good thought. But not everyone can freelance.
Yeah.
Because number one, ang investment dyan is skills. Pag wala kang skills, you can't go freelance. So, isang mananahe, okay? Let's say, taga-Tanay, si nanay mananahe, right? Oh, hirap siya. Paano ako mag-freelancer? Hindi niya kaya. Kailangan niya bumili ng mga gamit. Investment kasi yan eh. Another option, kasi ang naisip ng iba dati, mag-abroad na lang ako.
OFW.
OFW na lang ako. Oh, katulong lang ako dun. Malaki na yung sahod ko.
Totoo.
Hindi 14. Yung iuwi ko, 50K. O, diba? 50K per month.
Yeah.
Oh, punta ako Hong Kong, Singapore, Qatar, Dubai. It's 50. Actually, nag-range siya from, 30,000 pataas.
Yeah.
Diba? Ano yan? DH, domestic helper. Yun lang. Ang daming cases like in Qatar, may na-rape na, may namatay, may nakulong, may daming nangyari.
So downside
There's a big risk to it, right? Tapos yung isa pang risk dyan is pag nag-apply ka, let's say as DH or OFW, daming requirements. Ang laki ng babayaran mo.
Yeah.
Di ba? Okay, far-fetched yun. Okay? Ako, right now, kung talagang no choice tayo, na 645, you have to survive that. Cut life's bad lifestyle choices, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, tama na yung eat all you can, tama na yung inom, tama na yung pupunta ka ng gagala ka sa mall, pag sale, bibili ka ng ano. Tama na yan. Konting sacrifice, isang taon lang sacrifice. Di ba? Tapos pagdating ng bare months, huwag kayong maniwala dun sa mga sale or kailangan yung ibigay yung mga inaanak nyo ng ganito, ng regalo and all that. Limit nyo. Hindi naman kailangan magarbo yung bibigay mo sa kanila. Actually, greetings na, okay na, masaya sila. Di ba? Bigyan mo silang barya. Hindi mo kailangan 100, bigyan mo barya. Wala eh. Di ba? Anong gagawin natin? I have to survive. Kung hindi ko ginawa to, wala. But yun, number one, lifestyle. Right?
Totoo.
Lifestyle. Di ba? Kung hindi mo afford, huwag ka mangutang para ma-afford mo. Yung iba kasi, ngayon? Ano yung mga, nakita, bagong lumabas na gadget.
iPhone, DJI,
O DJI, dami kasing gusto maging vloggers ngayon.
airline.
Bibila iPhone, bibila tapos sino yung pagpupunta ka sa pwesto, meron yung parang pwedeng installment. Home credit.
Yeah,
Home
home
credit.
credit. Yeah, home credit.
Huwag kayong hindi ko inaano yung home credit. Home credit is great for the working population. But it's not so great kung bibili ka ng isang bagay na hindi mo naman siya magagamit to earn you enough money.
Yeah.
Diba?
Pag hindi mo pa ma-ROI.
Oo. Kung bibili mo siya lang para pasikat lang, huwag na. Right?
Sabi nga nila, live below your means. Lalo na if
And don't buy nonsense
Yeah.
stuff that doesn't make sense to you and your family. Diba? Ganun lang. Kahit single ka, mas maganda mag-ipon ka. One place na pwede ka mag-ipon, hindi ka na instead na gagastos ka ng 500 pesos para sa eat all you can sa kada sahod, ipasok mo siya sa Pag-ibig MP2 savings. Are you aware of that?
I'm not yet aware. What's Pag-ibig MPT say?
Okay, so it's not the regular Pag-ibig na savings na nakakaltas dun sa It's an account you could voluntarily open it,
Okay.
and then year by year you get tax-free high yield percentage. So from what I believe last year, 7% ang binigay.
Okay.
On top, so yung pera mo, kikita siya ng 7%
Every
every year.
okay.
Every year.
Yeah.
So that's higher than banks.
Yeah.
who give 0.00025 to their, that's way higher than banks. Okay, way higher, and it's risk-free because risk-free and tax-free kasi gobyerno yan.
Yes.
And it's not going to be taxable. So they're going to give you like 6, 7, 8%, right? 6.5 to 8%. I think it goes up and up depending on the year, the performance. And then parang savings, high yield savings.
Mm.
And then year by year, nako-compound. So ibig sabihin, kung pinasok mo yung, for example, 500 pesos. Okay. Maliit lang to, pero instead of, ito, wala kang gagawin. Ipapasok mo lang, open ka na account. Free naman, wala kang babayaran. So 5 times 1.0, sabihin natin 7. Okay? After 1 year, meron kang 535.
Yeah.
May 35 pesos ka. Makukompound yan. So, the next year, kukuha ka ng 535 plus another 7%. So, times 1.07 again. Yung 535 mo, magiging
572.
572.
Yeah.
And then, it will compound. Wala kang gagawin.
Malaki na.
Pasok ka na ng paso ng pera. Pasok ka na ng paso. Ko-compound siya.
Yeah.
After 5 years, pwede mo siya i-withdraw. Actually, pwede mo siya i-withdraw yearly. Pero after 5 years, ideally, pwede mo siya i-withdraw. Ngayon, itong 500 pesos mo, kung 50,000 yan, di ba?
Wow.
Yung kinita mo na after 5 years, okay, times 1.05 times 1.05. Ang 500 pesos mo, magiging 662. So, kung 50,000 yan, or sabihin na 5,000, ang 5,000, kikita ka na, magiging 6,662.6, whatever.
Yeah.
Kikita ka. Right? Mabagal nga, maliit lang. Pero kaysa na, pag kumain ka sa labas, at bumili ka ng alak, wala na yun.
Sayang lang
Hindi
yun.
na siya babalik. Ito, babalik siya. Diba? If you keep saving, if kung naging ugali nyo, mag-save, right? And then, ilagay nyo sa MP2, that would be even better. Kasi may ibabalik sa iyo.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's medyo napahaba yung kwento, pero that's one way I would say. Yeah. So remove lifestyle, do good investments. I actually learned this from, you know who? Chingitan.
Chinkitan. Yeah. Yeah.
Invite ba natin Chingitan?
Chinkitan.
Sir Chinky. Diba? Baka naman.
Yeah.
Isang episode lang. Ganun lang. Now, we'll get in touch with Chingitan. All right, we'll invite him to the podcast and we'll see. Maybe he could give some good financial advice, which he does in his channel. I 100% promote his channel. I mean, I watch his channel. He makes a lot of sense, you know, and a lot of minimum wagers can take his advice. Yun nga, third advice na galing sa akin, take action, right? So, stop the eating out, drinking out. Second, start investing. Third, maybe stop, para sa akin kasi ang Filipino, masyadong tayo, it's an English word, hoarders tayo eh. Di ba? Hoarders tayo. We don't know it yet, but we're hoarders, di ba? Punta ka sa bahay nila, ang daming gamit na hindi mo kailangan. Buksan mo yung bag, ang daming gamit na hindi kailangan. As a minimum wager, kasi ang dami, may mga bumibili sila, hindi naman kailangan. Diba? Be practical, right? Be practical with your things and all. Yung mga bagay na hindi mo na ginagamit, either gamitin mo o benta mo.
Yeah.
Gawin mo pera. Diba? My fourth advice is, hanap kayong racket.
That's true.
Okay? Stop bitching, complaining. Ay, kulang sahod, ubos na ng sahod. Stop complaining.
Hindi pwedeng reklamo.
Diba?
Yeah.
Yung iba, pagod na ako, hindi ako makapag-part-time, pagod na ako. Pagod ka. Diba? Bata mo pa, kaya mo pa mag-part-time sa labas. Or mag-racket, mag-negosyo ka. Madami dyan. There's so many out there. They only lack wala silang initiative
Yes.
to take, right? Wala akong pang negosyo. Yun po. Did you know, ano ba yung pinaka kailangan mo para mag-start ng negosyo? Ano ba kailangan mo?
Capital. First of capital.
That is the mindset.
Yeah.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
right? They say capital. I'll tell you what you need. You don't need capital. You know what you need? You need a customer. Pag may capital ka, may negosyo ka. Pag wala kang customer, may negosyo ka? Wala.
Actually.
Right? Kung wala kang kapital, wala kang negosyo, wala kang produkto, pero may nagsabi sa'yo, "Uy, Gab, so bumili ng motor."
Mm.
Uy, customer. Right? Halika, may alam mong pwesto. Bago mo dalhin yung tao doon sa pwesto, kausapin mo na yung may-ari ng pwesto, yung benta ng motor. May commission ba? May commission ba pag nakabenta ko ng nakahanap ako ng customer? Pag sinabi, yes po, meron ka 5% commission. Okay. Kuya, meron dito. Bumili ng motor, 100,000. Magkano commission mo? May 5K ka.
Yeah.
Right? Hindi ka naglabas ng pera.
Yeah.
Right? So, kailangan mo ng customer. Number one yan eh. This applies to all sorts of it. Pag nag-freelance ka, hindi ka pa pwede mag-freelance pag wala kang client. Right? Wala kang customer, wala. Di ba? That's it. It's as simple as that.